Hi, this is Wanjiko and you're watching The Look of Ageless Beauty, powered by RevitaLash Cosmetics. Last time we talked about inner beauty. Today I want to walk you through the 5 areas that you need to focus on to find your inward beauty. Even if you found it, I usually find these 5 areas an excellent audit area for me to be able to go back and find out, have I grown, have I regressed, have I forgotten about it. The first one is give yourself the permission to accept your past. Now, we always say, you know what, hindsight is always 2020. And a lot of times we can't change what we've been through, what we've experienced. But guess what? Experience redefines your ideology. And when you learn from your experience, it doesn't mean that everything that went wrong, you could have done it differently. Of course, you could have done it differently if you had known what you know now. But most importantly, when you give yourself the permission to accept it, it puts you on a launch pad to be able to say, you know what, because I know this now and I've accepted what it is, I do not have to continuously be put up, a fake persona to wipe that out. I can make peace with it, and anytime I make peace with my past, it gives me the permission to live out the future that I want to live. It doesn't matter what the rest of us think. Guess what? We don't count. You count. At the end of the day, what you feel, what you desire, your hopes and dreams, that is what counts. The second thing would be forgive yourself. Sometimes we take the roads that we thought, how did I ever find myself in this space? Which decision is that I made to link up with XYZ, or go into business with ABC, or change my look in a particular way, or begin to live a lifestyle which I thought then was such an amazing lifestyle. But guess what? Now that you have known that that was not the direction you'd have preferred to go, forgive yourself. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself enough to say, you know what? It's not that serious. I've learned and it's time to move on. The third one, which is my personal favorite, give yourself permission to say no to the things that don't serve you. Now, what are those things that don't serve you? It doesn't mean that because, you don't feel like waking up to do something in particular that you should not do it. It means that anything that makes your soul cringe, anything that puts you down and, dampens your spirit, or anything that makes you doubt the potential and the person that you are today and the person that you can be willing to say no to it. And not say no for the sake of saying it, but say no because you know it does not serve you. And anything that does not serve you will begin to darken your soul. And anything that darkens your soul begins to dull your inner beauty. And every time you look at yourself, you keep saying, what happened to me? I wish I could find that young girl who would, jump out of the house, not with a care out of the world, without a single shilling in my purse. And guess what? I'm going to go into town, I'm going to window shop and say, one day I'll buy this. Or go in and find a trader who's selling something that you really love and spend it on it and without a care in the world. It's important to say no to the things that don't serve you. The fourth thing is nourish yourself intentionally. What are those things that feed your soul? What are those things that will feed your body that you know are good for you? Remember, the rest of us don't count, eh? Whether I think it's great or it's from an ancient world or, from a decade 3 or 4 behind my mom's or your parents, it doesn't count. Does it nourish your soul? When you have that, whether it's a juice or things that you love to eat that you know are healthy for you, do they nourish you? Do you read that book and you feel at the end of reading that book you are so energized, so refreshed, so relaxed? Create the time for it. Take those things that nourish your spirit, nourish your soul, nourish your body. Create time for them. Carve out time. We all say we all have 24 hours. From the richest person on the land to the pauper, to the plumpest, to the skinniest. All of us have got the 24 hours. What we do with them is what counts. And the fifth thing, make a decision to be intentional about where you're going. What do you want to be? What do you want to achieve? in the next 5 years, in the next 2 years, the next 6 months, well, the next day, tomorrow? What is that thing or that one thing that you want to achieve? And focus on it. Have the people around you who are pro you. Guess what? A lot of us have a lot of people around us. But when all is said and done, not all the people are for us. Share your dreams and hopes with the people who are excited for you, who are going to run with you, who are going to crawl with you, who are going to cry with you. And guess what? Along the way, you will find somebody who may need your help. Reach out and help. Give what you have when you have it with what you've got. At the end of the day, your inner beauty will begin to become like that nourishing shower, that the drizzle on a very dry day, and we've all been enjoying the sun, and the slight drizzle, we're like, oh, thank God, the dust has settled. That is who you are, because whatever you give comes back 100% to you, and it's only your inner beauty that's going to influence that. Because remember, beauty is a couple of things. It's how you feel about yourself, it's how you think about yourself, it's how you see yourself, and it's that which you're willing to give of yourself to everybody around you. You can only give that which you have. This is Wanjiko, and you're watching The Look of Ageless Beauty, powered by RevitaLash Cosmetics. See you soon.